Um, Ian, I'd like to first congratulate you on calming yourself down uh, for doing your 911 video. It's sometimes it can be difficult to understand what you're trying to say if you're ranting and raving. Um, I watched your video, and I'll admit up front that I also believe that Flight 93 was shot down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The fact that bodies and body parts were found miles away from the impact site, I think lends credence to this possibility. Because I also believe that Flight 800 off of Long Island was shot down as well. In both cases, the eyewitness accounts that I saw uh, seemed to cause me to dismiss the government's versions of what happened in these events. The government, I don't think it's much of a surprise to anybody, but the government lies. They've been lying to us for years. WMDs in Iraq, the staged rescue of Jessica Lynch, the cover-up of Pat Tillman's death by friendly fire, and one name which sums it up, Alberto Gonzalez. Also, please note that in both cases of these airline disasters, I've stated what I currently believe about them. I could be dead wrong in both cases, and would admit it in a heartbeat if proven otherwise. Believing doesn't make it a fact. I am a little surprised that you haven't mentioned yet, anyway, what's coming up this Friday, September 14th. As I'm sure you know, recently a B-52 bomber was mistakenly armed with 6 nuclear warheads and flown for more than 3 hours across several states, prompting an Air Force investigation and the firing of one commander, according to Pentagon officials. I happen to believe that this commander was the person who leaked the information that this plane was carrying nuclear warheads. The plane carrying these cruise missiles with the warheads was flown from Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota to Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana on August 30th. Barksdale Air Force Base is the general launching site for military aircraft headed for the Middle East. What I'm surprised you haven't gotten to yet is that the U.S. Air Combat Command has ordered a complete stand down all day on September 14th, this Friday. It's for the entire day. And this country will have no air defense capability on that day. The conspiracy theorists see this as the perfect time for Bush and company to launch a red flag operation and potentially decimate one of our own cities. Oddly enough, Portland, Oregon seems to be high on the list from what I have seen on the internet. Bush could then use this incident to declare martial law, become dictator, and subsequently blame Iran for the attack and begin his and Cheney's long desired air attacks on Iran. I don't personally buy into this theory, but from what I've seen on the internet, a good number of people do. I may be completely wrong about this, but I believe that the last time such an Air Combat Command stand down was ordered was on September 11th, 2001, shortly before the Twin Towers were hit. I just thought you might find this of interest. As William Shakespeare once very nicely put it, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy.